Disney had a big old investors call earlier this week, and it was a very interesting one in so much as they are doubling down on a failed streaming service, one that has quarter after quarter, year after year, continued to lose subscribers every time you look around, whether you're buying a new phone, a new TV, a toaster, or a hairdryer. You are given a free 6-month trial of Disney Plus, and even though they are not even practically, they are literally giving away access to this service, it is still far and away a bigger money pit than a money boon for the House of Mouse. But yes, since the acquisition of 20th Century Fox, Disney has had access to 2 streaming services. One, obviously, a gigantic failure, but Hulu, outside of HBO, and depending on the quarter, is actually super successful. Like, it has name recognition. It's been around like twice, 3 times as long as Disney Plus has. It's one of the OGs, right next to Netflix, but instead of, like, this is just, like, it reeks of the HBO rebranding. No, we're going to go with Max, and then 6 months later, actually, people know the letters HBO. It's wild. So we're just going to recall this HBO Max. It's like, yeah, you should have done that to begin with. Disney is deciding to integrate Hulu, okay, and bring it under the Disney Plus banner. Like, why are you doing this? Oh, because in general, Disney is going to be doubling down on streaming. Oh, great. After the bubble is burst. Now, we knew all this consolidation, I've been talking about it forever, is going to be happening. All of these other streamers are eventually going to hold in with one another. And so I guess it kind of makes sense that if it was going to be a big old acquisition battle that was going to be fought on this land, or on this battlefield rather, Disney would be the one to start making the most acquisitions. They would be the ones to put their stamp on it. It makes sense, but it really doesn't when it comes to pretty much put a piece of newspaper over a puppy's piss puddle. But yeah, let's take a look at this. Hulu app to be phased out as Disney is fully integrating the service into Disney Plus. Say ciao to the standalone Hulu streaming app. Disney is said it is fully integrating the Hulu service, which it now owns 100% into its flagship Disney Plus streamer. A new unified Disney Plus and Hulu streaming app will be available in 2026, the company said. According to a Disney rep, customers will still be able to buy a standalone Hulu subscription as well as a standalone Disney Plus plan. What the fuck? How does that even work then? Alright. Today, we are announcing a major step forward in strengthening our streaming offering by fully integrating Hulu into Disney Plus. Unless, of course, you don't want to integrate, then you can just, keep both streaming services separate, because if you let them intermingle, you will create some malada mongrel form of streaming. Both services will be destroyed. This will create an impressive package, of entertainment, pairing the highest caliber brands and franchises. Fucking where are you going to find those? Because you sure as shit don't have them anymore. Great general entertainment, family programming, news, and industry-leading live sports content in a single app. Okay, because yeah, that's going to factor into stuff we're going to be talking about a little bit later, because I was wondering, because there's another very sports ball shaped service over there in the corner, and how's that going to factor into the rest of this stuff? Single Disney Plus app with Hulu will deliver an improved consumer experience, which will lower churn. Okay, Iger said in the earnings call. Yeah, because here's the thing about Disney Plus subscriptions: after everybody's done with their free trials, nobody sticks around for this shit. Because there's only so many old, Disney shows that kids can watch, right? Is there new stuff that they put out? Fucking stinks. Nobody wants to stick around. We've seen. I did the Andor video that came out earlier this week. It shows that was the only show that ended up growing. Every one of the other Star Wars projects fucking lost audience before the end of the season. So yeah, nobody's staying around for your stupid shows. They might check out the first episode, but then they dip in the aftermath. And when people are looking for services to cut, yeah, it just so happens to be the one that doesn't offer any goddamn value. So in their prepared remarks, the Disney executive said, creating a truly differentiated streaming offering, we will be providing subscribers tremendous choice, convenience, quality, and enhanced personalization. This will enhance our ability to continue to grow profitability and margins in our entertainment streaming business through expected higher engagement, lower churn, and advertising revenue potential, as well as operational efficiencies that over time may result in savings that can reinvest back into the business. Fucking lol. But yes, there's some interesting plot points that we'll go ahead and harken back to to before the end of this video, but as it sits right now, Hulu and Disney, well, yeah, they're gonna Disney Plus rather, are gonna end up becoming one service, like it said. Unless, of course, you just want to go ahead and buy a subscription to Hulu, then you can just tell Disney Plus to fuck off, or vice versa. But something else that is very important to the Disney entertainment empire is, of course, the ESPN factor. What about the sports ball? What about the one thing on both traditional and streaming channels that actually gets eyeballs? Whether it's a gimmick fight like Logan, or is it Jake Paul? Yeah, it was Jake Paul and Mike Tyson at the end of last year, just crashing Netflix's live streaming capacities. Or what was it? An NFL playoff game at the beginning of the year, setting all types of records for, I think it was Paramount. Maybe it was a stupid Peacock. Terrible name for a streaming service. I kind of think all of the network streamers are just going to bundle up a product that's over there at one point in time. That's just my harebrained thought. I don't really have anything to back that up. That's just kind of what I'm thinking is eventually going to happen down the line. But speaking about the sports providers, you got ESPN and their litany of networks, and well, because over the past year and change, we have seen ESPN shrivel and die. Well, now, instead of revamping their coverage, they're just going to buy the NFL Network. I beg your pardon? ESPN officially acquires NFL Network in groundbreaking deal with the NFL. Interesting, okay? In a move that could reshape the sports media landscape, ESPN, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Corporation, has announced its acquisition of the NFL Networks and several other key NFL media assets. The deal, revealed on August 5th, 2025, involves ESPN granting the NFL a 10% equity stake in the network in exchange for ownership of these properties. This partnership aims to enhance fan experience by integrating NFL content more deeply into ESPN's platforms, including its upcoming direct-to-customer, streaming service. And that's what I found very interesting, okay? Because, yeah, Hulu's falling under the Disney Plus banner, but what about ESPN and its streaming service? Oh, no, it's going to stay separate. Oh, okay, cool. So you want to make everything easier for your customers, unless, of course, it's ESPN. Then fuck you, pay me. The announcement comes amid evolving dynamics in sports broadcasting, where streaming services are increasingly competing, with traditional cable. Disney CEO Bob Iger emphasized the strategic fit in his statement. Today's announcement paves the way for the world-leading sports media brand and America's most popular sport to deliver an even more compelling experience for NFL fans in a way that only ESPN and Disney can. Sure, Iger highlighted how the acquisition will boost consumer choice, convenience, and overall value in Disney's streaming ecosystem. Yeah, interesting, right? But yes, what are the key terms of the deal? Under the non-binding agreements, ESPN will take full ownership and operational control of the NFL Network, including its linear and digital rights. This allows ESPN to integrate the network into its direct-to-customer service, while maintaining availability on traditional pay TV providers like cable and satellite. The NFL Network, launched in 2003, had been a staple for fans, offering exclusive programming such as Thursday Night Football debuts, NFL Combine coverage, replays of old Pro Bowl skills challenges. That's what I used to watch on, the NFL Network. Oh, God. Back whenever I'd have like a sick day in high school. Jeez, man, it's been a long time since I watched the NFL Network. But anyways, yeah, combine coverage, original shows, and breaking news. But yeah, that'll all be Disneyfied. Great. Can't wait for that shit. Just when you thought the NFL was going to be turning a corner, nah, man, if you thought you were sick of seeing the cutaways to Taylor Swift in the past couple of seasons, it's only going to get worse, okay? Why do I say that? Is it a cheeky joke? Well, kind of, sort of. But Bob Iger also let slip with another acquisition that they made as well. What exactly do you mean you want to make a better experience? What do you want to make a better experience for? There's a reason everything's falling under the Disney umbrella, because guess what, guys? Disney is a woman's brand. And ESPN locks in WWE Premium, the old pay-per-views, right? For US streaming to get a younger, diverse female audience. Fucking lol. That's what they consider the WWE, huh? For younger, diverse females. Bro, I've said the fucking modern WWE is shit. And why do I say that? The harder that they push the women, the more people fucking flee. And now, if you're a modern day Fed fan, cool. You need to have a Netflix subscription. You're gonna have to get an ESPN subscription to watch the fucking pay-per-views. The only reason to watch that fucking dog water week-to-week programming. And then you also got to find a way to, check out the CW for NXT. Lol. And then if you're a true masochist, you got to get the USA Network to watch SmackDown. So you got to dabble in Warner projects. NBC Universal products. Oh yeah, and also, what is that going to mean for Saturday night's main event? Because those quarterly shows also run on, NBC proper, I think? And now Disney's entering the fold, and Netflix is what a fragmented product. It's wild, man. But it's also quite strategic in another realm as well. Okay, so ESPN has inked a 5-year, $1.6 billion agreement. Hilarious. That's only $100 million more than South Park got? That's hilarious. Just to do a market comparison on that. South Park needs to produce 50 episodes, and they get $1.5 billion. Fucking WWE puts on, 12 to 15 pay-per-views per year, and they get 1.6 billion. All right then. Healthy. The product's never been in a better place, guys. Trust me. To become exclusive U.S. home for the company's premium live events, including marquee spectacles like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series. The deal kicks off in 2026, marking a departure from the event's current streaming on NBC Universal's Peacock platform. Netflix also did that. Maybe they do international. I legitimately don't know. It's been a long time since I watched a pay-per-view. The last WWE one I watched was probably the Performance Center WrestleMania. So 2020, March or April of 2020. Under the terms, WWE will continue producing these high-profile shows. Yes, totaling around 10 annually. It's generally more than that, especially with the Saudi shows. And then if they start to do more of those goofy-ass Evolution shows. But okay. Well, ESPN gains the flexibility to offer pre- and post-event programming. Yeah, interesting because, Triple H revamped, actually an idea that he stole from AEW about having those post-show press conferences, but now he just decided to do roundtable discussions because, answering questions even from a sycophantic wrestling media landscape, some of those questions were getting a little bit too hard, so we'd rather just, keep a kayfabe, brother. Anyways, ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro highlighted the appeal of WWE content in a recent discussion, noting its enduring popularity and ability to attract a broader demographic. Unless, of course, you take a look at the ratings and realize that SmackDown is barely getting over 1 million viewers every week. NXT has been flatlined at about 600 over on CW and on Netflix. Yeah, they've been hovering around that 2.5 million global viewers over, 5 days. Hilarious. But yes, the WWE events are an extremely popular form of entertainment and have stood the test of time. ESPN always wants to expand its audience, and WWE is going to help us get younger. It's going to help us get more diverse, and it's going to help us bring in more females. That's the way that they view wrestling at this point in time. Makes a lot of fucking sense. But they can continue to spin this shit that, the Fed's never been more popular. ESPN is growing. The Disney Plus shows, guys, they're great. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. It's not driving people away because the Walt Disney Company to end reporting paid subscriber numbers. Yeah, because they got too embarrassing, so now we're just not going to tell you how many people we're losing every quarter. Ha ha. So yes, during the earnings report, Iger and Chief Financial Officer Hugh Johnston, announced among our planned changes, we believe quarterly in the number of paid subscribers and ARPU have become less meaningful to evaluating the performance of our business. Yeah, it's not exactly relevant to bring up the idea of how many people are paying for the thing that we're putting out there. It's not helpful to our strategy, right? To admit defeat on a quarterly basis. And we will no longer report these metrics starting in the first quarter of fiscal year 2026 for D+, Hulu, and the fourth quarter for fiscal 2025 for ESPN. We will no longer disclose subscribers and ARPU. We will provide information on entertainment direct-to-consumer profitability. So now we're going to have to rely on third-party reports like the Nielsen ratings for The Acolyte. Oopsie daisy, they don't chart. Samba numbers, fucking hilarious. Luminate, watch Marvel wilt off like a leaf of a dead tree, and Walt Disney can continue to say, hey guys, our streaming strategy, it's working excellently. Just don't ask us to back up our work. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.